Good afternoon. It is the 4th of March 2025. Luigi Coppola, Ekphrastic Writing Challenge video number 1 for the month. Let's get straight to it. Huh, that's wicked. I haven't seen a drawing like that in that sort of stuff for ages. That's wicked. Okay, so we've got a life drawing class, haven't we? But there's a surreal element to it. Interesting. Okay, let's have a closer look. So obviously we've got we've got the subject as a skeleton there, and then that's interesting. Is that from oh, it's a painted panel, isn't it? So maybe the original was quite big. That's interesting. Okay, that's really interesting. I like that a lot. Lots of different textures to it as well. Okay, so we've got various artists. Oh, I see. Yeah. So the skeleton artists are doing skinned versions, live versions of it. That's really interesting. And then this guy here. Do you know what it reminds me of? Partly because of the scale and the varied subjects. It reminds me of Picasso's Guernica. Mm, Guernica? Picasso? And then the fact that it's like a wide landscape. I've never seen a colour. Is it meant to be colour? I thought it was black and white. Maybe someone's coloured that in. I don't know. Or maybe it is. I thought it was. I always thought it was black and white. Yeah, someone else has done that. That's weird. I don't like it. But anyway, there's the black and white original version. But anyway, okay. So what's really interesting visually is that the top half of it, if you were to draw a line, is completely blank, isn't it? It's just the window and the walls, but the actual colours are really interesting. And then if you go through that halfway point, you've just got the head of skull and then the red brick there. Okay, all right, that's really interesting. So, what am I going to do? Something about maybe something about still life, I suppose. So, one idea might be to personify the subject, the skeleton, and people watching or describing the scene. Hmm. What to do? What to do? How is it 4 minutes already? I haven't done anything. Haven't typed a single word. Let's just type something and then get the ball rolling. All right then. Still life sonnet. All right. Let's give that a go. I'm hooked and hang up. I'm hooked and hanging up. Amongst it all, the eyes, hands, breaths, The eyes, the hands, the breaths. Paint. Canvas. The canvas. Watching me. Watching me. While I look out from empty or watch. Oh, no. And watching me out by time, filling with dust. Out by time, filling dust. Now I have to rhyme canvas. Oh dear. Canvas. Vast. Canvas. Looked and hanging up amongst it all. The eyes, the hands, the breaths, the paint, the canvas is me while I look out from balls scooped out. That's an awful line. I can't keep that. Scooped out by time, filling with dust and plaster. No, that's rubbish. That doesn't work. Filling with dust. I cast the villain in villain in oh in an unflattering light too bright. It's bring light too bright for these old bones. I know, too bright for these old bones. I know what's what. Smudge, a smudge around a string, around the crack, a string, sight, very string out of sight. Every nipple glued together. Every knuckle glued together. And every knuckle brought force on on sleeves that don't exist. Don't know where that's come from. Can I? No, I cannot. Okay, that's fine. On sleeves that don't exist. This can't be happening. There we go. I knew I could do it. On sleeves that don't exist. This yesterday. What seen it? My flesh warm against cold wind and my words against the cold wind and my what happening's not gonna work with anything, is it? Don't know. Might do. Nose. A strangling. Strangled. Right. This not have happened. Old. Word strangled as in ripped feet. Step across green lawn. Now here. Now here. The eyes open. The hands clenched. Breaths held are held, and the paint paint on canvas is a caress. No, awful. Okay, I want to fiddle around with that straight away. So let's just copy that and see what I come up with. Okay, right. So draft 2. I'm hooked and hanging up amongst it all. The eyes, the hands, the breaths, the paint, the canvas. Watching me while I look out from balls scooped out by time, filling with dust. And I'm cast while I'm cast the villain in an unflattering light. Too bright for these old bones. I know what's what. A smudge around the crack, a string out of sight, and let's get rid of those capitals now, I suppose. And every knuckle glued together, caught on sleeves that don't exist. This can't have happened yesterday, or what seemed it. My flesh warm against the cold wind, and my words strangled as pin-pricked feet step across a green lawn. Now here, the eyes open, the hands clenched, breaths are held, and the paint on canvas is caressed. The paint. Oh, okay. There's draft 2, but it's rubbish. Doesn't make sense. The only thing I really like about this is the cyclical structure here of the eyes, hands, breaths, paint, canvas, and then that comes back at the end. So that's interesting. Like revisiting and reevaluating those aspects. So this is my thinking. This is rubbish. So what I need to do is completely cut it up as a second draft, but think about how I want to keep that repetition. Eyes, hands, breaths, paint, canvas. I mean, that could be a title there, couldn't it? Okay, so we've got a still life sonnet. Let's just start with that one line I like. Eyes, hands, breaths, paint, canvas. What about having it in? Did I? No, I haven't saved that, so I'll leave that for now. Okay, well, I've got a rough sonnet for a first draft or something, but let's have a look at what that could be. What about haiku-ish? Like a 5-part haiku thing. So the eyes, open, open like buds, waiting to see, and buds waiting to see and be seen. Okay, 2. Grasping at the light. Hands play with. Hands play with the paint. Hands play with the paint. And touch. Touch. My elves from afar. Okay. 3. Held. No, wait. Yeah, no. Taken, held, lost, pushed, swallowed, exhaled, inhaled, swallowed, exhaled, inhaled. Blimey. Um, in, out, in, out. Okay, put that at the bottom. Uh, okay. Four. What's that? Now, four, paint. Ugh. Um, I had a toy car once where the lead paint peeled and left scars. Okay, fine. And canvas. Blank. Check. Awaits the artist's. No. The blank corner. Um, waits for the artist's um, signature. Time will tell. Okay, so what have I got after 23 minutes? I've got a sonnet that has one interesting idea in it. Not just one, but maybe it is just one, I don't know. And then I've got this haiku-ish sequence taking that section there. So if I do a second draft of this and see how that turns out in terms of practice. Eyes, hands, breaths, paint, canvas. The eyes open like buds, waiting to see and be seen by anyone. 2. Grasping at the light, hands play with paint and touch my curves from afar. 3. Taken, held, lost, pushed, swallowed, exhaled, inhaled, inhaled, exhaled, in, out, in, out. 4. I had a toy car once where the lead paint peeled and left scars. And peeled where the peeled and sharp flakes cut. 5. A blank corner waits for the artist's for the artist signature. Hold on. Time will tell. Okay, so I've got two. I mean, if I'm honest, there's sketches more than anything. But they're interesting start anyway, so it's something to go on from now. Let's go back to the image. Yeah, it's lovely detail. I want to zoom in again. So what do I like? That's quite twisted. That feels almost Francis Bacon-ish. Was that giving birth as well? Wow. There's lots of varieties, isn't there? Oh, I didn't notice this person here. And that one mixing the realities, like they're mixing the paints. Okay. Feels like maybe it's a photo of the piece hanging up somewhere. That's interesting. Okay, cool. Okay, it's coming up to half an hour, so I think I'm done for now. So I've got that sonnet, and I've got this haiku sequence. That at the moment, the haiku sequence seems more interesting, at least. So I need to refine that. Maybe take more elements from the image. So things like, what have we got? So skull, uh, easel, easel, pot, palette. I'm sure that's the wrong palette, but anyway. Um, window, light, frame, fabric, clothes, paper, chair, glasses. Okay, so that's to go later on, isn't it? So that's something to think about of maybe, oh, come on, of extending haiku sequence, maybe, with other parts of the image, perhaps. Five seems like a good number, though. Okay, I'm going to call it quits. It's still only the 4th of March, so I've got a while. Uh, I'm not 100% sold on either of those. I'm 10% sold on that, and only a little bit more on that, maybe 25%, 30%. So maybe I'll try a third attempt at poem and draft on that. But it's started. It's a fascinating image, though, really detailed. I love the colours. I love that contrast of light and dark. Yeah, wicked. All right, I'll see you later.